Hi everyone, it's me. I should be taking a nap, but I could not stop thinking about the need to and the feeling of intuitively pushed to deliver this message. So I've been getting it for a while, and I know some people may not understand, and I will admit that I almost convinced myself out of it because I was a little afraid. I was afraid of what people would think. I was afraid it wouldn't do any good. And I was afraid that people would laugh at me. But there's something much more important at stake than that, like a higher purpose of it. And so it gave me the strength and bravery to be able to do this. And, well, it's very real and raw and genuine. I just finished filming another video, and it just kept being reminded to me that I needed to do this. And I believe that, as kooky as it may sound, that it comes from the divine creator, from source, from God. So, as the title says, which I am going to purposely title it in a way, I'll just start off by how it went. So, I've been part of the UFO community, and I suppose because of how people identify and categorize things, that I would be an experiencer. I've identified with being a starseed. And it came to a point, because I was following David Wilcock, that I came across Corey Goode. Now, I only really watched him on Cosmic Disclosure. I didn't really get into it because, to be honest with you, I always had a feeling. Now, this video, to pause that, this video is not meant to harm Corey Goode, sorry. I'm really trying to help and fix things. So by the end of this video, I hope things make sense, and I hope you'll stick with me. If it's not for you, that's okay. Feel free to move on. It's all right, okay? But I got a feeling back then, and there was just something that put me off. There was an energy. But I didn't know where it was from. It took me a little while, okay? Moving forward, I realized that because of the own influences in my life, okay, that the same thing might be happening to Corey Goode. And I tried to warn him. It was when David Wilcock started to talk about Archangel Michael that I absolutely for sure started to warn David Wilcock about the same thing. That there may be an entity behind them influencing their behavior, okay? Affecting it, messing with them on purpose, making them believe some things are the way they seem to be when they're not. Like, for example, when I was told about the culling, the first person I thought of, and this is what I said, I was like, the culling? You mean that thing Corey Goode used to talk about? And yeah, it was. And I remember it. You know why? It was because it was something that I wanted too. But like I've explained before in the videos about the culling, when they told me they were going to take evil out in the world, I didn't understand what their definition of it was, and that was my big mistake, okay? So I want to say now that the reason why I'm doing this is because I see some of myself, not all, because we made different choices, but I see a lot of myself in Corey Goode. He has said, I watched his deposition, okay, and he has said that he has PTSD from a traumatic childhood. And I have the same thing, although it's classified as CPTSD, but I don't know him and I don't know his situation, so I don't know, okay? We would have to get that from a doctor's, psychiatrist, psychologist's point of view, okay? Because that's what happened to me, for me to be on the disability program that I am now to support myself because I have this illness, okay? Not to digress too much. There's that, and the calling thing. Pain does certain things to people as well. And it's quite common for people to express. People like me and Corey Goode, David Wilcock, Elena Danan have all explained that we've been bullied, that we've been teased, and stuff like that, okay? So I've recognized things that we have in common. And that's how I knew that there might be, and I could feel it, okay? I went, and I'm sorry, Corey, if you watch this, like I said, and I'm not trying to be weird, people, but if he does, I want him to know that I'm not saying any of this stuff to hurt you or put you down or embarrass you. Now I just fucking forgot what I was going to say. Shit. Just give me one moment. I sort of recovered. I sort of recovered my thought process. So I'm not doing this to hurt him, but I am trying to give my own analysis based upon self-reflection and my own experiences with all this. Because I tried to warn these people over and over again, and they ignored me. It's not really, you can't really block a person on your channel, but you can press hide user. And I know that because I have a channel clearly, right? But that's what they must have done, because my comments were being unseen completely. You would think someone would even comment and tell me off that I'm wrong, you know? Leave Corey Goode alone. He doesn't have an entity behind him. That just like I warned him, like, doesn't the Anshar sound like Anunnaki? And I didn't listen to it because I know this might be irresponsible. But I do believe Stephen Cambion and trust him for what he says. So that's where I heard it from. And he said that he watched, and I know what he was talking about, but I didn't watch the whole thing. There was a channel with some old ladies who were older in their years, and Corey Goode's on the channel. And I did see the video, but I know what he's talking about. And in that, he claims that he may have had an entity that made him lie about certain things or whatever. I don't know how he said it. I didn't hear it, and I'm sorry if I am wrong, okay? This may be an irresponsible move on my part, but I'm just going to go with my gut feeling and intuition on it, okay? If I'm wrong, I'll apologize. But if that is the case, I watched the deposition. I heard Corey Goode say that it was his intellectual property, that it was it's an esoteric religion of sorts. Now I know exactly what he's talking about, because I could have done the same thing, but I chose not to. What was it? He said people believe false things all the time, and then took a sip of coffee. I couldn't believe it. And I know a lot of people have done it. It's been done in Hollywood, movies, and all this kind of stuff. Art reflects life or whatever. I get it. And I understand what he meant by it benefits people because they told him so. And I get that too, right? It opens people up to the idea that there is something more. The secret space program is really good, like, and I don't mean it in such a negative way, but I can't think of another word right now, but bait. And I realize that people need an incentive. I do. But I still chose not to, because I do believe there is another way. And I'm sorry, I'm really not trying to burn him in any way with this, okay? I want to do this peacefully and right. Like I've got the white flag. I don't want war. I want peace. Yeah, too tired for war anyway. Even though I'll go there if it comes to that. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I'm too tired and like, weakling or whatever. No, 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 no. If it's necessary. But I don't want that. And it doesn't work anyway. This is what works. Unconditional love, a message from the heart and the mind, using both by the power of Grayskull. That's what it means. I didn't really understand what it meant before, about that there's always a deva to an asura to a deva, but now I understand. And I definitely understand what the power of Grayskull is, and I'm going to use it properly. Or I'm going to try. I'm just a baby mystic. But I'd really like to help. And, alright. The only reason why this has come up, okay, is because I saw this first on Stephen Campion's Truth Seekers channel, that he covered these direct messages, DMs, by this, I think it's a guy, who messaged Corey Goode, and he, honestly, it was so brave. I admired it so much the first time when Stephen Campion was presenting it. I'm pretty sure, because I saw it again last night on the channel Hidden in Plain Sight. Sorry. I couldn't stay for the whole thing, but I watched a little bit of it. And then I was like, you know what? And I knew I had to give this message then. I also watched on Truth Seekers with Jay Weidner. And I'm pretty sure that he suggests there's some type of demonic influence or even possession, okay? I don't believe that they're possessed, but I do believe that they have a very strong influence. Like, they think they're their best friend or whatever. You know what I mean? Like David Wilcock with Archangel Michael. Like that, alright? I'm going to give you a visual example at the end of this video, and I hope you'll watch it, and then I will break it down visually. I'm going to use Sailor Moon again, I know. But she also uses the power of her heart. So that's why it is also relevant, okay? Now, I've dealt with a lot of entities in my time, and I do realize that see, it's strange. I always thought that the Asura was on the outside of me only, but it's not. It's on the inside and the outside. So you have to kind of integrate it in both ways. On the outside of you, make peace with it, and on the inside of you. It's a process. I tried to express it in that Xenosaga video. Oh goodness, I'm digressing. But I do not believe they are possessed and that they are lost. So I'm going to try. And I have, like, remember how I was saying that I was afraid? Well, my faith is stronger. And I know I have to use words that make me sound religious. But I just need people to understand what I mean. I have a feeling inside. An intuitive gut feeling. You know? I've ignored it before in the past and I regretted it. So I don't do that anymore. Or at least I try not to. Okay? So before, and I also heard from Jay Weidner about the black magic stuff. Okay? Now, this is all allegedly. I can't prove this. I'm not saying, I know for sure. But what I am going to say is that's what the feeling I got. I got a feeling like that before. But it made me feel like a crazy person. You got to remember, I really struggled. I'm going to tell you that, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to hurt Corey Goode. But this is the truth. It did benefit in a way, not necessarily your material, but some of this, like Elena Denan and Claudio Nocelli, okay, for example. But it's like, it's a black and white, like I said. There's good and bad about it, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that or not. Maybe. Most likely. And it's just difficult for me to accept. It's usually what it is. Let's just call it out. Shit, what was I saying? About the black magic. I had a feeling about that before. And, I mean, if you are doing stuff, I mean, Jay Weidner didn't want to hurt you. So why would you hurt him? You see what I'm saying? That's the influence of that thing behind you. See, they don't want me to do this either, so I'm also I will get you. That thing. I knew. I always knew. And it's also it's because they prey on what's within as well, your shadow self, your ego. That's why I've said before, and people can tell that they've been taken over by their ego. Oh yeah, I remember something. Do you remember when Corey Goode was like, I'm gonna sue you, I'm gonna sue you? I recognize this. When you feel threatened, there's a defensive thing that happens when you have PTSD and what I have. It's similar, but I don't know the degree of his, okay? But for me, because I do know me, when I feel threatened, especially in a dangerous situation, or even just I perceive being threatened or in danger, I will sometimes become bigger than the threat that I perceive. And even sometimes I'll call the police, I'll do this, it's almost like a defensive tactic when you feel threatened. Even though, like, I was feeling like I was in danger in those times, like when that crazy guy across the hall was looking in the window and stuff like this, okay, for example. But these things do happen, you know, and I recognize that in him. You see, when I warned Corey Goode, he was the only one to reply. He did. And I was so excited when I saw the notification, and I knew it was him. And it was him. I know his energy, I know the way he speaks, and now I've seen it again in the DMs. I know it was him 100%. But it's not like I needed that, because I already knew. Just by the way he talked to me. I remember what I was saying, going all over the place. I'll probably finish it, but I struggled. Like, when I heard about a secret space program, and forgive me, but this is because I wasn't doing it to hurt Corey, but Corey Goode as an example, I thought, forgive me for my language, but what the fuck did I do? What did I do wrong that no one invited me to a secret space program? I have this stuff going on. How come no one even ever approached me? Not the military, not any kind of, what did I do? Am I a bad guy? Am I evil? I suffered with it a lot. Saying that, you guys saying that you're an alien and what did I do? And it's not because I'm jealous. It's because we have similar paths. And that was really hard. I got through it, yeah. But that really hurt me. It made me feel like a terrible person. But clearly, forgive me, it was you being terrible. You exaggerated and added on to your stories. You know you did. Sorry I have to address him like this, like a weirdo, but he might watch it. And if he does, okay, if he watches this, like, the deposition wasn't a joke. You told the truth, and I'm glad you did, because that really helped me too, a lot. And that kind of well, in a way, it cleared, like, the beef I had with you. It did, because I really want to forgive you guys. I want to heal from this. I want us all to heal from this and move on and truly grow and get where we want to be. Because I know that's what we all want. Anybody who's doing stuff like this, including you. So, when you replied to me, like, holy shit, I thought, oh, one of them responded, oh, there's hope. Corey, you were so fucking rude, I bawled my eyes out. You're probably like, it's not nice to be a jerk. I don't remember everything you said to a T, and I don't have a picture. So I can't prove it. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. You probably don't even remember. Because I had to go look. Was it me or are you just rude to everybody? No, you're just rude to everybody. I found someone's grandma who had made a video about, you were rude to somebody's grandma. She's like, I've never made a video before, but I had to say something about my experience with Corey Goode because it was so bad. And that was when I knew it wasn't just me. The reason why I watch Stephen Cambion and Hidden in Plain Sight is because, honest to God, for one, it feels like a little bit of karma for you. And two, I'm not sitting there like, well, sometimes, because it relieves stress. It relieves the pain, the humiliation, the disappointment of it. That's why I'm not just sitting around having a go at you and like, ha ha ha, Corey, fuck you, suffer. That's definitely not me. But it definitely feels good to not be alone when I'm there. In both of those chats, when I go to their either a premiere, a live stream, whatever, or just watching a video, whatever. And that's a whole other thing that I'd like to address another time, but we will continue. I never see what these beings look like, but I've felt some energies, and I know those ones that told me about the calling, they're pretty intimidating and pretty strong, but I'm not afraid of them. Just like I said, I wasn't afraid of you, Corey Goode. And I don't want to fight, but I want you to leave Jay Weidner alone. Yeah, that man didn't do nothing to you. You hurt him. You want to fight somebody? I'm right here. I may not seem like much, and I'm tired as hell right now, but it's okay. Come on. Come on, Cletus, come on. You're going to walk over, but you're going to be crawling back. Do you remember that movie? That's what's going to happen. So, and I mean that, but I don't want to fight, okay? White flag, I don't want to fight. But if you want to fight, I'll fight you, all right? It's not a threat, it's a warning, actually. Don't. And this right here is a plea to you to do what that guy asked you to do. Tell the truth sets you free, the real truth. I'll help you if you want. That's what Jesus would do. I didn't know what those bracelets meant. What would Jesus do? I thought those people were weird at one time. Now I know what it means, and I learned what it meant, clearly. I'm not trying to show off, and I'm not looking for attention. I genuinely want to help, and I don't want this to happen to anybody. I really want this to go the right way. And I don't think that prospering at the expense of others, and you know what I mean, initiate. I know, because I am one too. Yeah. But I've made different choices. And I'm just going to go with my gut feeling that it's the right idea. You know? That you should. You should just tell the truth. I mean, I'm already doing it here. It's only a matter of time before it comes out. You might laugh at me, think I'm a nothing. That's all right. No one's listening to me. No one watches my stuff. It's okay. And I'm not saying that, but you might think that. That's not what I think. But I know that one day it's going to come rolling down that hill like a snowball. Just keep getting bigger until it hits you. And then it's game over. People are going to be less willing to forgive. And you'll have more of a chance to continue, right? A proper chance. Like I said in my video before, where I used moon healing escalation. Okay, in my for truth, love, and justice video, I said before, like, the truth will set you free and people will forgive. And I just forgot what I was supposed to say about that. Goodness gracious. A lot of this has caused me a lot of stress, and it's done a lot of mental strain, so I'm doing my best here. But people will love you for you. What you had was cool enough. You didn't need to exaggerate or add on to it. That's what it was. You didn't need to do that. And that really caused some problems. I know why Dreamland, Area 51 is called Dreamland. We have to start talking about the spirit body and be real about it. It's only a matter of time. So do the right thing while people are still giving you this grace period. Stephen Cambion said he's willing to talk to you. Do it. If you, and I'm not trying to make you look bad. Like, I know I'm a woman. I'm not saying you're not a grown man. You can't do it yourself. But if you need someone to help you explain this, I volunteer. I'll do my best to help you and translate this stuff. You know? I've been wanting to say something for a long time. And I don't know if I have the energy about David Wilcock right now. But I don't harbor any ill will against either of you. I just want to help. You can, what it means to redeem yourself. Repent of your friggin' sins. And you called me a religious person and my idea is archaic, but I told you this before, and that's why you talk to me that way. But I don't know how to translate it into another way yet. But the truth sets you free. There's no higher religion than truth. I feel things very deeply. That is one of the things I have to swallow. I was going to cry. But that's one of the things about having this heart I have. So I know that I've made some videos in the past, and maybe they've been slightly misunderstood or seem like I was attacking you or whatever, or any of the people I've spoken about, but I'm not. Because this message reaches for all of them. Not just you or David, but all of them. I think when you're given an olive branch, you should accept it. People will respect you for that. And it might take time, but they will forgive you for that. And if you guys really want to reach this goal, I truly believe this is the way. I don't believe that the elites and the cabal and those people, and I'm sorry, okay? I know they might think that is the way to deceive people and keep them watching movies and blah, blah, blah. But I think now is the true time for a real change. And if you really, that's what got me into you guys all in the first place, because you were acting like you were trying to take down this evil force, like the friggin' Sith in the, what is that called? Friggin' Darth Vader in Star Wars. And I don't know, because the actions don't represent the words. And I know that there's been a lot of people using even charities to hide money. It really seems like this has been all about money. And I know that you guys might think that money is energy, but I'm telling you right now, I feel it. Please take this opportunity to redeem yourselves of this. Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but. Literally, this is what it means. So help you, God, the divine creator. Because I couldn't hold back this message. I tried to. I really did. Call me a crazy person if you like. Dismiss it. All right. Okay. But eventually, it's gonna come back again. Maybe not from me. But please hear me. When I say that fella in those direct messages tried to convince you, and he would have said everything I would have said and more and even better. Okay? But your response is, I know that it might seem like people are trying to hurt you, but we're not, Corey. We're trying to help you. Stephen Cambion's not a monster, and he's not a demon, and he is not in the Dark Alliance. He's not Cabal. No one's paying him to do this. I know, and I should have waited, damn it. Because I emailed him, I asked him if it was okay to even say anything, because I don't know Stephen Cambion. We've never spoken. I mean, I've been on his channel, and if you asked him if he knew who Last Minute Lazy was, maybe, yeah. I think I might have said this already. I'm getting deja vu. But look, he's not a monster. He's truly not. And I know, I thought UFO Lucifer was hilarious. I did. And I totally got it. He's not a demon. We all really want to get to the truth of things. And I can't do this on my own without you guys. They told me I needed to stop attacking my allies, and I said, they're not my allies. Prove me wrong then. Are we, or are we not? I don't want it to be like that, because I want us to be. Truly I do. But I could not follow you where you went. None of you. Not even Claudio. I couldn't follow. And I wanted to really bad. Money is not abundance, and we will never get that world we all want to see this way. Okay? So I hope that this heartfelt message reaches you. I already put it into the ether so many times, but I really hope it does, and I hope you listen. That you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, because I'm not religious. I'm part of the, well, sort of part of the same esoteric religion that you are. I know about the secret teaching of the ages. I know about the elementals. I know about the spirit realm. You confuse me with alien talk. That's all right. I can let it all go, and I will help you if you want me to. But at the very least, please listen to these people who are asking you to do this. You told the truth in the deposition, and you did the right thing, even though you were protecting your intellectual property and your money. God had greater plans for that, clearly. God, the divine creator, source, the most high, however you want to identify, your heavenly mother and father, whatever. Because I'm not religious, but I also don't want to hurt people who are, even though sometimes I get irritated with it. Okay? So there is a force behind you, Corey. And I think you've known that for a while, especially with the calling stuff. I know it. I can feel it. All you gotta do is say, okay, agree, and move out of the way, Corey, so I can get that thing behind you. It's no shame. The only way to overcome it is to face it, like I did with my Asura. People often get the wrong impression about me with that, and sometimes I still struggle because it is within me, like He-Man and Skeletor. All you gotta do, and I'm not trying to take anything from you. I want what you all want, but I just want to do it differently. I don't want to hurt you. I want to fix things, okay? So I'm going to call my friend now, not the Asura. I'm going to call Sagi. I'm going to call Sailor Moon now, and she's going to help. But all you got to do is just stand there. This is a visual example. I know she ain't real. Stay with me. This is a visual example of what I'm doing right now. Okay? All you got to do, don't run. Face it. It's not going to hurt you. We're trying to get the thing behind you to help you. Just like I heard Jay Weidner, I'm shaking right now. Just like I heard Jay Weidner plead to David's brother, I believe it was, to go and help David Wilcock. So I'm going to join my team of allies. I'm going to use my power now. Okay? And And I've already done this, but I'm going to give you a visual example right now. Take care, everybody. And I might translate what it means, okay? Take care, Corey Goode. This is for your own good. Don't be Corey Goode for nothing. Be Corey Goode for something. Yeah? I got Corey Goode for nothing. The first time I watched Hidden in Plain Sight, I think it was Perry who fucking said it. I can't remember. Either one of them, doesn't matter, because they're both really funny. And I laughed and laughed and laughed. But then it was about the sexual assault by the reptilians with David Wilcock. Because these two men are not demons either. Just get it all over with. Hit all the birds with one stone. You know what I mean. So I reminded them then. Because if David Wilcock really believes that happened to him, which I can explain that actually, but not in this video. I'm tired, man. Sexual assault's common in the spirit realm all the time, you know? Okay? But listen, it was about that. And I reminded them, I went into the chat because I was listening and I was laughing, at first. But then I reminded them, I remember this. I reminded them about if David Wilcock really does have a mental illness and he really, just say, because that's, some of the things they were saying, and he is ill, then it's really not nice to torture him about it. And they agreed. That was the first time I remember ever talking to them. They agreed and they showed compassion, and that's what made me subscribe. And I went away for a little while. I had other stuff to do, but it brought me back to it, and I remembered them. Just like that. I may forget names, I may forget where I met you, but I'll never forget people as a soul, ever. So, there. I really hope that clears this up. I really hope this helps. And now, I want to wish everybody a good day. Take care, Corey Goode. I always keep you in my prayers, even though I'm not religious. Whenever I talk to the Divine Creator, I always pray for all these people, that they'll stop their nonsense and start telling the truth and start acting right, or we're never going to get where we want to be. So, take it away, Suggy. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Moon Crisis Power! Sorry, honey, this is not my problem. But I never finished my plan! I remember now. This is your swan song. Ooh, just brat.
Thank you.